I was on YouTube looking around for something to watch while I was eating, like everyone does, but by the time I found something, my food was already done. As I was shaking my head in disbelief, something caught my eye. It was this video, the Fazbear Kids Club, Episode 1. Now, as I was watching this, I realized how this animation style felt so fresh and new, but at the same time made so much sense. It really was an enjoyable video, and so in today's video, I'm going to be going over and breaking down the Fazbear Kids Club, Episode 1, The New Kid. Going to be finding Easter eggs and small details. Of course, original video down below in the description. Shout out to Weirdardo, the creator of this video. Anyway, let's jump right in. The video begins and we open with an introduction to Gabriel, a kid who enjoys soccer, space, and pizza with some interesting toppings, but most importantly, he loves Freddy Fazbear. We then learn that Gabriel has a club dedicated to Freddy and his friends. As we transition, we see the rest of the group. In this nameless club, we have Fritz, Jeremy, and Susie. As the four have a debate on how they should go about naming their club and finding new members, they come up with the idea of offering cupcakes to possible new members. The four split up on their newfound adventure. Gabriel and Jeremy then begin to walk around asking kids. Susie is now seen baking her cupcakes, all the while Fritz was still in the basement trying to beat Gabriel's high score in a video game. As the hours went on, there was no movement. Fritz continued playing and Susie continued baking, but the kids had no luck. Until Susie finished her cupcakes and joined the others. One by one, cupcakes were eaten by random kids, and eventually, there were no more left. The neighborhood kids were happy, but by the end of the day, the club didn't get any new members. As the three reflected on the day, they walked back home, passing a moving truck with their heads down low, until Gabriel crashes into a pile of boxes held by a girl who recently moved to the neighborhood. As Gabriel and the rest of the kids introduce themselves, we meet Cassidy. Gabriel's pulled away by the rest of the group. They discuss possibly recruiting her to join the club. They think they're doing a good job at being discreet and hiding their schemes, but Cassidy hears the whole thing. She gets to know the group a little bit more and is confused when they talk about Freddy Fazbear. The kids are shocked. She doesn't know who that is. Gabriel and the rest explain to her who Freddy is with the rest of the gang. They tell her it's a place where fantasy and fun come to life. Cassidy is intrigued and then decides to join the club, and then they all agree to meet up at Freddy's later. We cut to Freddy's and the kids have a blast playing games, eating pizza, and of course watching Freddy and the rest of the band perform. Cassidy's mind is just blown away. She has never seen anything like this before. As the day winds down, the kids sit down and discuss the name of the club. As the four debate, Cassidy suggests a name for the club. She suggests the Fazbear Kids Club, a spin on what the bullies of the neighborhood call them, the Fazbear Nerds Club, and the others like it and agree to go with it, and with that, the club is officially named. The screen turns black for a second as we hear the end of night music playing in the background. We return to see Freddy and the gang talking to us, the viewer, reminding us to take some pizza and cupcakes to go, and that they'll be our friends forever and ever. As the kids say goodbye to Cassidy, she waves, but is distracted when she sees a small Fredbear plush. She picks it up, but the eyes are black, little white pupils. We zoom into Fredbear's eyes, and it's revealed that it has cameras, and the footage is being played somewhere else entirely, in a small office. With this, the tape cuts to black. Wow. This was really well done. Before I give my review, let's break this down. Starting from the beginning, the very first shot we get is of Susie's dog, whose name is Sparky. If you don't know, Sparky was a hoax animatronics back in Fnaf 1 days. This image took the Fnaf community by storm, but of course, it was fake. The title screen here is showing the four main animatronics greeting Fredbear. The animatronics represent the four children. We meet Gabriel as Freddy, Jeremy as Bonnie, Susie as Chica, and Fritz as Foxy. And the fifth, which is Golden Freddy, is Cassidy. When the camera cuts to Susie while the kids are talking, the quality takes a big hit. The reason for this is, in my opinion, is since Susie was the first out of the main children to be killed, the camera glitching like this is like a foreshadowing for what is to come in the future. Now, during the small montage of Gabriel and Jeremy recruiting and Susie baking, after we are shown Fritz playing video games, the screen goes dark for a second, and we can see the face of what I believe to be Golden Freddy. It's a blink and you'll miss it type of thing. But that's not the only thing. When we go through the montage again, we see Susie baking. She looks dead. We can see her slouched over her kitchen counter with blood coming out of her. We can see her blood in front of her as well. Also, I'm not sure, but maybe one of her eyes is out of her eye socket, which is absolutely crazy. When the cupcakes are finished, the color of them are purple, which represents William Afton's constant presence in Fnaf. While the random kids are eating the cupcakes, one of them is dressed as Balloon Boy. This was an obvious one. A balloon even appears flying over him. After the kids meet up at Freddy's with Cassidy, we can see a drawing in the background of Alfredo, the hilariously funny Freddy meme. After the kids decide the name, Fazbear Kids Club, we transition to a black screen with some weird text on the top left. When decrypted, it reads, "It's dark in here. I cannot breathe." Now, who was saying this? I believe it to be Susie or Cassidy. As we know, when these kids were killed and forced into a suit, inside of a suit it's dark and the oxygen is very limited, making it hard to breathe. While Cassidy is saying goodbye to her friends, she says, "I'll see ya on the flip side," which is a reference to the first layer world in FNAF World. After Cassidy finds the Fredbear plush on the floor, she says, "I'll put you back together again." This is a callback to FNAF 4 when the Fredbear plush says the same thing to Evan. The Fredbear plush's identity is still mystery. Some believe it to be William and others believe it to be Cassidy. For this context here, I'm going to say that it was Cassidy. And with the last shot of the main portion of the video, we see that the Fredbear plush is recording and broadcasting it from a private room from sister location, and more than likely, William Afton is watching and is probably planning his attack. You can also see a Spring Bonnie plush behind the Fredbear plush, which represents who's really behind all of this. There's also some Fredbear quick appearances throughout the video, so I thought I'd mention them here. The first appears when Gabriel and Jeremy are walking in the bushes. You can see plush Fredbear hiding, and the second is really fast. When Gabriel crashes into Cassidy for a quick second, you can see him. And finally, at the very end, we hear some distorted voices speaking, and when decoded, it either says one of the following: "I will eat your soul," or "I will see you soon." I tried looking in the comments and couldn't really find anything. If I had to guess, I think "I will see you soon" makes just a little bit more sense, but hey, I could be wrong. I wanted to give my review on this, and I just wanted to say this is one of the best FNAF VHS/animated videos I've ever seen. For some reason, watching this made me feel like a kid again. It was so wholesome, but it had that underlying creepiness to it. It's like you're always waiting for a jump scare or something crazy to happen, but it never did. Also, the music was really good, and even the voice acting, it was really well done, and I am really looking forward to part 2. I'll be following this series until its end. Really nice job. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Please go check out the original video. Also, please consider checking out some of my other videos. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.